Salute, Urban Matters BMG, salute. And this channel is for certified indigenous Americans who are not scared to stand on business and stand in the pain. Peace and love. I got my fellow soldier in the building, highway boy. They call him brother Marquise. Hey, y'all come on into the building. It's the Commemoration Show for 9/11, and we're going to talk about who the freak is this Charlie Kirk guy making all of this freaking noise in my community. Why he got my community with their panties in a bunch. Who is Charlie Kirk? And why should we be worried about Charlie Kirk? Y'all come on into the building. I told you we was coming back for you, man. I'm outside tonight, boy. I got time tonight. I'm outside. Let's have this conversation. And Brother Mark, I just want to hear your feedback on the whole situation. Now, I'm going to just go ahead and just let you do your thing in this show. I'm going to sit back here. I'm going to moderate the whole show. And I'm going to just let you, narrate the whole show. Run it.
Only thing I'm going to say is let's get ready to rumble. Because it's amazing to me how, as a people, we keep doing the exact same thing over and over and over and over. I remember earlier when you were talking on your live, you asked a very simple question and nobody would answer.
Nobody answered.
Nobody. Matter of fact, I'm sorry, one person answered. One person, and that was. I think it was Dilly that answered.
Dilly, that's a young OG. He ain't even 30 years old. How is he more aware than we are?
Now here's what's funny. Charlie Kirk is the same way. He was 31. He wasn't old. He was Correct. 31 years old. He walked into the Republican Party at 21 years old. And he said, I am going to make a difference. I am going to help you. And that's what he done. This young man stood on business. He built a business. He grew a name for himself. And earlier I spoke on the fact of he was similar to a Candace Owens, but a white guy with a white slant to it. And I say that because he's about facts. And we hate facts because we call Candace Owens all kind of nasty names because she gives facts. She got facts over feelings. If the statistics say this, then that's what she's speaking on. And she holds everybody to it. Not just black, not just white, everybody. And then she will even try to slant a little to our side and correct people. Like a Kamala Harris, who was a fake from the beginning. One of those tethers that you speak so eloquently about. An Indian Jamaican who came over here and stole a black woman's scholarship at Howard, pretending to be black, so she pretending for free when her family had money. So, but we'll still get behind her. Why do we always protect criminals?
And why do we always protect people that we don't even know? I mean, they thrust these people into our lives like Obama. You never heard of Obama.
Right.
They just thrust them in there, and the next thing you know, you went out and lost your goddamn mind. My president black. Trust me, you did it because I did it. I know you did it. I know you did it because I did it.
I stood up in line, waiting for hours.
I was super hyped.
Woo! Black man. And and at that time,
the whole time he was a black woman, but that's a whole nother show.
Right. He's a black trans man, whatever he is.
Okay.
Anyway, my baby looking at me like, huh?
Hey, we went too deep down the rabbit hole just then, bro.
That's
Mark.
right. That's right. We went a little too deep, but I'm catching up slowly. But you know, we have to take our time and do our due diligence, because when we on master job, we do due diligence for him. We research everything, we get all the numbers straight, and we present our information with the, watch this word, with the facts. But then when we get into our community, we always go off what we think and our feelings. And that's what we got to stop doing. We got to give our community more energy than what we give Massa and his community at his job. Because so many of us are so very talented. It's amazing. We run multi-billion-dollar corporations for them, so they can go out and have a good time. But guess what? We're too tired to create that very same stuff for ourselves. And that is what's stymieing our community. So
yes, sir.
I'm just looking forward. Now, 9/11. Oh, Shaq is in the building. 9/11 is one of the biggest con jobs one of the biggest, most latest con jobs that the American government has put on us. Because that was nothing more than a live building demolition with people in it. And we fell for it once again. Hook, line, and sinker. Put no mental power into it and took it for surface value.
The Jedi mind trick.
Yes. I am your father, Luke. You know, and it's scary because then the engineers come on. They saying, there's no way that could have got hot enough to make that building come down. But then when you use deductive reasoning and you pay attention to the engineers, you realize anytime you look at a building demolition, that building comes straight down. And then the people that survived it, they were saying, oh, the explosions were so loud. The explosions? Wait a minute. Why are we having all these explosions?
Multi explosions.
Yes.
And nobody ever asked the question, well, how the hell did building 7 fall with all the gold in it?
Right.
And then when they cleared everything out, all the gold was gone. Where did the gold go?
3 buildings, 2 of them was hit, and 1 of them wasn't touched, and it came down too. Man, that is what, let me tell you, that is what started me on my government research project. Because, bro, I remember where I was. I had a group of kids up in Nantahala, and I took them whitewater rafting.
Nantahala where?
Up Nantahala is in a tri-state area where Tennessee, Georgia, and something else come together. One of them, I can't think of it. I'm getting too old, but it is gorgeous for whitewater rafting. And I dropped one group of kids off, and I was coming back down the mountain to the campsite, and I heard it on the radio. And there was a lot of us military guys there, and I was like, now we didn't have no TV, no nothing. I tell them, man, you heard what just happened? And we were sitting by the radio listening to everything like it was 1924.
I was in shock, bro. I literally went into like shock. I started getting all, had all this anxiety start just going, man. I'm like, what the
Yeah. Then end of the week, we finally, bringing the kids home. We stopped at the hotel, And that's when we actually had opportunity to see what happened. And, just amazement. And so then, of course, you get all in your proud American routine. And now you're ready to fight. But then something else happened. It made no sense. Why did we go to war with Saddam Hussein? He wasn't the one. I thought they said Osama bin Laden was the guy. So, a lot of stuff was happening that wasn't making sense, wasn't adding up. 1 and 1 should equal 2. And it was adding up and making 5 and 6. So then I started looking into stuff, and then I started listening to the engineers, and I realized no Jews came to work on that day. Guy just bought the building. They said he was the luckiest man in New York.
Yeah, I remember that. He just took like almost $1 billion insurance policy out on all of the trade center buildings. What is his name?
Multi-billion-dollar Jewish.
I know his name. A Jewish guy. I can't think of his name.
But amazingly, no Jewish people came to work that day.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't gonna kill their own now. They gonna kill their own. They knew what they were doing. Because you remember when they had tried to do that one time before.
Right.
I think that was more of a test run.
Mm-hmm.
Put a truck, U-Haul full of explosives in the doggone world in the parking garage and let it go, and see what damage they get. So it's a lot of stuff been going on, but luckily I got
a lot going on.
And you got to have long-term memory. You can't have short-term memory.
That's what we suffer from.
We got these Democrats running around talking about, Trump is doing this, and Trump, we can't have National Guard coming into the city. And all. Well, what happened when they got Trump out of office and Biden took over? He made all y'all keep y'all butts home. Y'all couldn't go to work, couldn't go to church, couldn't go hardly anywhere. And they put National Guard on the street, and every police officer known the man. Nobody. But then you get a president who put to help your area get safer. And what do? We fight for the criminal. Abrego Garcia. We're going to fight for him. Democratic senators go over to fight for him. When have they fought for Pookie?
Wow.
Can you tell me when they done fought for Pookie? Here's what's scary. I can only think of one president in my time that went and fought for Pookie. And his name is Donald J. Trump.
Yes, sir.
How many Pookies and rappers he done got out of jail or got from across the water? But you're going to fight for somebody who locked up Pookie and them, Joe Biden, like you said earlier.
1994 crime bill.
He wrote the crime bill. He wrote it. And then he stood on the Senate floor and he bragged about it.
He bragged about locking you up, Black Americans, the better known as the indigenous copper Americans. Yes. He bragged about it.
And then he bragged about how long you were going to be in jail.
Yep. Mandatory minimums, they called it.
So, y'all voted for him. Why? Oh, I know why you voted for him. You voted for him because he said you ain't black unless you vote for him. So I is black, so I is better vote for Master Biden.
We got to bring Shaq in on that one. Bruh Shaq, you want to chime in? Bruh Shaq. Earth calling Bruh Shaq. Earth calling Bruh Shaq.
I'm sorry, bro.
You'll never find. You'll never find. Man, what's up with you good brothers, man? Good to be here with y'all, man. It's always a blessing, man, to come
Certified
with good
salute,
brothers,
bro.
man. Good combo. You know it.
Certified.
Yes, bro.
What's going on,
Good
man?
seeing you on here.
This the home of the certified alpha males.
Damn right. Hey,
And
hashtag alpha males matter. Talking about
yes, sir.
feel that.
They made us think that, black folks, you gotta be all moist and soft spoken and politically correct. And no, you really have some dudes that's about that life. Bro,
That's right.
Mark, tell them. Tell them,
Hey,
man. Let me play something real quick, man, before time get away from us. I
yeah.
gotta play this, man. Y'all know this the home of the receipts, right?
Yes,
Urban
sir.
Matters BMG. Urban Matters BMG.
Kirk risks an uncorking of political chaos and violence that we cannot risk in America.
Isn't there a
Democrats own
problem
this.
with political violence across the spectrum?
Yeah, we're talking
There are-
about Charlie Kirk right now. That's the subject of this that we're talking about right now. Democrats own this 100%. And I'm not going to let you. I'm not going to let you take the conversation somewhere else.
Whatever you think of his views or my views, he was trying to engage in civil discourse on college campuses and invite people opposing views and just go back and forth.
I cried when I found out he died. So all of us have got to work together and de-escalate the hate and the rhetoric in this country. And remember, we're Americans, and you can disagree in a way that doesn't end in a horrible way today did.
People are trying to shut down free speech making like Charlie Kirk. There's no place in this society. This is what happens in third world countries.
If that's what we're going to do is just point fingers based on ideology, when a tragedy like this happens, I think we have lost our way.
The assassination of Charlie Kirk risks an uncorking of political chaos and violence that we cannot.
Before we begin, let me express the horror and grief so many Americans at the heinous assassination of Charlie Kirk have felt. Charlie was a giant of his generation, a champion of liberty, and an inspiration to millions and millions of people. Our prayers are with his wonderful.
UVU in Orem has had an active shooter at the Charlie Kirk event. We're getting several calls. We're trying to get more information. He's wearing jeans, black shirt, black mask, long rifle.
UVU kind of felt him in a way.
They were just debating about actually gun violence. And I hear like a pop noise. I see his head go back and I see blood just start to gush out. And I turn around because it sounded like it came from up behind me and above, which it sounds like everybody's saying the same thing. And then I saw everybody going to the ground. So I went to the ground. I wasn't too scared because I wasn't hearing it peppering at that point, but I was traumatized.
I mean, everyone could tell that something was really, really wrong. So everyone ducked. I ducked down with Emma.
I just want to say one thing. Don't get me wrong, man. I know we have our feelings about the dominant society, the mayonnaise race, but these people are really distraught right now. It's really been a traumatic event for these people. And so we want people to understand what we've been through as Indigenous Americans, right? Right? Am I wrong, fellas?
Think you own it so far.
This shit
Absolutely.
matter, man. I mean, if you ain't ready to, half of you jokers ain't even got nothing to fight with. It's gonna be some repercussions behind this, man. Are you ready?
We were holding each other, and she said a prayer for him and his family, and then we ran.
Scary ass. I would never go to war with none of y'all.
And along with everyone else.
It hit me when they kind of rushed to Charlie's side after he collapsed. That's when it kind of clicked in my head and everybody started running around. Before that, I was kind of, I don't know if the word's like an awe, but just kind of.
There's just so much. Before we had a flag and we had it so it was positioned above the tent so it would be in the camp. And they just moved. What was that? Oh my God! He just got shot! Holy shit! Holy shit! shooters that have been in America.
Bro,
listen, I'm gonna just say this, man. I'm gonna just say this. Ain't no way in hell with all the surveillance and satellite footage we have and camera footage we have in this country, there is no way possible they don't know what happened. What do you think, Brushak?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, what area? Excuse my ignorance. What area? What state? What city was this in?
Was in Utah.
Utah.
You said Utah?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
it was over
That's deep.
at a university near Brigham Young.
And the University of Brigham Young. Wow.
No,
Mm-hmm.
it's near Young. It's Utah Valley University.
Hold on. Do anybody know who Brigham Young was?
Yeah.
Does anybody know that the university BYU
break it down, brother? A lot
was
of people don't
named
know.
after Brigham Young? Brigham Young was okay. I don't know if y'all know what a lot of the medical industries in the country right now by the name of, and they've taken over the healthcare industry in our area. Yeah, you know the name I'm gonna say, Mark. Huh?
What's my Advent?
Advent, 7-Day Adventist.
Yes.
They are some of the basically they're the Mormons. The Mormons have kept so much records to where they went back to where we were indigenous to this land almost to the 1300s. They were also some of the groups that started the Masonic lodges here in America. So Brigham Young was a Mason. Yeah. And so that's a whole nother conversation that a lot of us ain't ready for. But you gotta go research who were the Mormons. They were here in the early foundations of America, and they know that people that look like me and you, these cops. See, I mean, look at bro Mark head. Look at my head right here. See that? That's an American forehead right there. That ain't no janky hairline or none of that. We used to have when we did have hair, we were
dashing,
great looking, dashing men. Yeah, we were.
Hey, look, I'm coming you guys' way, baby. Hey, hold on, let me turn the camera on. Let me see. I'll be there in a little bit. I'm still holding on.
Oh, you holding on?
I'm holding on. I'm coming, baby.
Holding
on. But I'm coming, baby. Yes, sir.
One thing I want to say for us.
Who was Charlie Kirk? And is this the first time you heard about Charlie Kirk? And you got to ask yourself, why is this the first time you just heard about Charlie Kirk? I digress.
Now, one thing I want to speak on too with this is you can see the difference. Black people, we suffer from PTSD and we don't even know it. Because death means nothing.
Post-traumatic slave disorder.
Because we see death in our neighborhoods every day, every other day. So when people get shot, we're like, okay, another one down. And we don't have any emotion attached to it. You see how those white, oh my God, it was terrible when he collapsed. But we like, oh well, that is a beautiful sign of part of our problem. We are suffering and don't even realize it. And we really need to take our communities back to a point to where our old people can walk up and down the street and exercise, and they don't have to be in the house. And they don't have to get swollen legs and swollen feet because they're not moving. They can get some vitamin D from the sun and don't have to take a pill.
Bro, Mark, I'm trying to figure out why everybody fighting the Kennedy, because he's trying to bring wholesome organic food into America. And then they mad at Elon Musk because he's trying to put more money back in your account. don't get me wrong. I'm not asking you to like these people or fall in love with these people, but how can you mad at Trump because he trying to drop the crime in Chicago, Baltimore, DC? Bro, you can't. It's certain parts I just got back from DC, bro. It's certain parts of DC you can't even go in, and the people look just like me.
Right. And
salute, Shaq. Yes, sir. Kind of like, hey, ex Frank Nitty XX coming to the building, family. Yeah, in the private chat, and we'll tap you in.
And it is ridiculous.
Diddly dee.
What's going
There go that
on?
Dilly boy. Hey,
What's going
Dilly say
on?
Dilly say they lit a fire in his ass.
Yeah, man, cause like I say, man, they be talking and speaking without facts or any evidence to back up their statements or their claims.
We got some youth in the building. See, I'm telling y'all, Urban Matters BMG, we tapping in with the youth. You old, tired, janky Negroes, y'all finna be out of the paint. Y'all are obsolete.
Let me give you an example of how they know we don't read. Earlier on the live, I said something about Kamala having, during her little HBCU tour, they had the mobile abortion clinics, right? Mobile Planned Parenthood clinics. And oh, no. Now, let me tell you what happens. When you Google it, it's going to say, no, she did not. It's going to say, but you keep reading down, it speaks to the fact that Planned Parenthood was invited to attend. So it wasn't, quote unquote, a part of her tour, but they were coming and setting up during her tours and also outside the DNC. So we have to learn how to use our cognitive thinking. Boom. Boy, I love receipts, boy. Love them. Look at that.
They everywhere now.
Put video up. But I bet you one thing.
Kamala Harris is visiting an abortion clinic in Minneapolis. The administration's push for reproductive rights is an essential part of the Biden-Harris re-election strategy, and she is leading the charge.
For the first time in American history, a president or vice president of the United States has visited an abortion clinic. And this isn't just a campaign stop or checking a box or showing herself. At the end of the day, this comes contextually at a time when...
How dare these elected leaders believe they are in a better position to tell women what they need, to tell women what is in their...
And see,
there go the receipts. There go the receipts.
And see, you ask, who is Charlie Kirk? That's one of the main topics that he spoke on from my little 2-3 weeks of following him and watching what he posted. That's one of the main things that he spoke on, and all of a sudden he hate women now. Because he asked one simple question: when does life start? And all they can come up with was once the baby enter the world. What he was saying is no, life starts from the moment the sperm and the egg meets. That's because all your DNA, your eye color, the gender you will be born, that's when it starts. So therefore, that's when life starts. So his whole thing was, if life starts with the egg and the embryo, if I'm saying it right, I'm gonna make sure I'm saying it right. When those two meet, that's when life starts. But the delusion in America painting the picture is, well, after 20s, he also was saying like it was 26 weeks, but then with the technology that we have gained and how advanced it is, they done pushed it back to 24 weeks now. See what I'm saying? So it's like, that was one of his main things that he spoke about a lot was abortion and when, like, does life form start? And nobody could give him a valid answer. It's just all of what they thinking, but facts. He's speaking facts.
And we have laws on the book. Check this out. We have laws on the book right now where if there's a pregnant woman walking down the street and you unalive her, and
Double murder.
Right. That's a double murder. So what makes it right for that very same woman to decide to walk to the clinic and create a murder?
And that's what he was stressing. And they, oh, you hate women. He hate women, but he like, okay, he understand parts that, okay, some women going in there not knowing what they doing because they not telling women in the abortion clinic, like telling them everything they need to know before doing it. So half the women that's going in the abortion clinic, they don't know any better. They not looking at it like I'm
because
killing
they're
a
being
human.
misinformed. They're getting
Exactly.
yeah.
And the abortion clinic is not giving them the information and what it does to your body when you have abortions repeatedly after repeatedly.
Right. And something else, what most people don't realize is why they push it.
Y'all give me a second. Y'all go ahead.
Why they push it so strongly in the Black community. They push it in the Black community for several reasons. Ever since they landed on these shores, they've been getting rid of us. That's number one. Depopulation. The other thing is they keep and they harvest those organs. They harvest the melanin from those Black. They harvest stem cells because they have stem cells clinics. And our parts have always been the best ones because we are God's people. And so they are making crazy money with those fetuses. And that's just like during the election cycle or Trump was speaking to the fact that they were having 8-month babies, full-term babies, 9-month babies, and they was unaliving them.
At 8 months, 6 months.
Yeah.
Correct.
Most people, especially our people, we go by what's in our heart and what we think and what we feel. We don't go by the information because we say, ain't nobody gonna do that. But they do it. We don't realize how evil people truly are and how much they're focused on money. And in the same state that Tim Walz, the vice president, or he was running for vice president with Kamala, in his state they were doing it. So those are some of the background reasons why they push it so hard on us. And we don't realize that. And it's scary. It really is.
I would say it's not that they don't realize God. In a sense, I kind of believe they do. It's just like you were saying earlier, they not getting the correct information. So they're like, it's like 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
Right. And what happened is this. Before we walk on a moral high ground, Black folk was the moral compass of the U.S. because even though they said, oh, your women loose and all this and that, we had an 80% marriage rate.
Facts.
So they knew they had to attack our families. And you done heard the statement, you tell a lie long enough, people started to believe it.
You'll start to believe it.
And so now, look at our rates now. And look at how our women are carrying themselves. You can't tell from the bad women, because the good women dress like the bad ones.
They facts. You got the good women hanging with the bad, and now it's just and like they say, one bad apple will spoil a bunch.
Yes, yes.
It'll
And
spoil a bunch.
Muhammad Ali said it like this. He said, if it's 1,000 snakes coming at me, and 10 of them are non-poisonous and they ain't gonna hurt me, am I gonna try to pick the 10 out, or am I gonna close my door on all of them?
I got to close my door on all of them.
That's right.
I have
That's
to
right.
close my door on all of them.
And our women, I hear so many of them say, that's what y'all men like. Y'all like women with they stuff all out and all this. No, that's not true. We don't mind looking at it.
We gonna look, we men.
Right. We're gonna look at it and we might even knock it out. But guess
But
what?
that's not something that we trying to long term with. We not trying to long term with.
You're not getting a ring
Because
on you.
if the whole world can see, I don't want nothing the whole world can see. And back to what you said with Muhammad Ali, I heard him once say, everything God made that's precious is hard to find. It's hard to get to. Diamonds, rubies, and stuff like that. Like you have to dig deep, deep in the earth, and it's hard to find. So why would I want a woman that's out here showing her whole body to the entire world?
Right. She been
It's
down
like,
in everything. That's craziness. I mean, and then I had the nerve to tell a man, I need you to not look at my body. I need you to see the woman that's inside of me.
it's
What?
hard to see the woman inside of you when you got your booty out, you got on see-through garments. Is
right.
How can I if you present yourself as let me see.
If
I'm
I
just gonna
come,
say, if you
if I
present yourself as a whore, I'm gonna look at you like a whore. That's just common sense. If it look like a duck, track like a duck, you tell me what it is.
it's a duck.
It's a duck.
Yeah. And that's some more of these Jedi mind tricks they play. You know, they want to recreate reality. If you notice, they want to say, you know, when you say single, wait a minute. Single means that I'm not married. That's all single
Facts.
means.
I'm not
But-
married. It doesn't
Right.
mean that I'm alone or by myself. I'm just not married.
Not married.
But they
And-
push the narrative that if you're single, you're by yourself. No,
Right.
single means I'm just not married to the person that I'm with.
Right. And so here you are, you're not single, but I'm dating. I'm just gonna say you, meaning this woman.
Yeah.
You're looking at me like I'm supposed to act like we married. No, we're dating.
We're dating. And that's the problem with our community now. A lot of women in our community, they want wife treatment during the dating stages.
Right. And then what they do is,
that was a big statement, Bo Diddley.
Yeah, because this is what
It's
happens.
the facts.
What happens is this: we've been sold a bill of goods. Dr. Jews, you know what I say all the time. They've stolen our identity, and they've given us their identity, and they pretend to act like us. What do I mean? Like I said earlier, we've always been the moral high ground of America. And you never heard our kids unaliving themselves.
Never
heard fighting their parents. You never heard them parents. None of that. If we heard that in our generation, we already knew what color they were.
I couldn't even say shut up around my mama and my parents, my elders back in the late 90s. I couldn't say that. If I told my brother he was a liar, that was considered a curse word.
That's right.
We had to say you're telling a story.
Yep. Yep. And
And
so
another problem is too is another problem that I see that's real bad in our community is parents are too friendly and buddy with the kids.
yes,
They too friendly and buddy with the kid. It's like
it's
it's no real like I used to get
no
hit in the mouth just for sitting around at the table or mom and dad and them sitting there around grown folks. You had
right.
no business. No, what you doing? Go in that room.
That's
Go
right.
outside or something. But nowadays,
Oh,
a kid tell you he don't want to go outside, he ain't going outside. That's totally fine.
yeah.
It's because the parents done got too friendly with the kids.
Yes, sir. Hey, Brush Shot, you want to chime in on some of this rhetoric? I don't know if you
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah,
in the
you go.
They
background.
You
could
go. I'm
they
here. I'm
couldn't pay
listening,
me
man.
to they
Where's
couldn't
Sister
pay me to
Shay at, man?
stay.
Send Sister Shay a text, man. Tell her to come in.
They couldn't pay
Okay.
me to stay in the house 96 through 2000, 90. No, they couldn't pay me in the house, especially with the hot boys and Master P coming out. You couldn't pay me to,
Wow.
you couldn't pay me. I'm outside trying to be a no limit soldier or a hot boy. We flipping off mattresses, we break our arm. Oh well.
Right. Right.
It's times have changed, and I honestly believe that's one of the main factors that's destroying our community. Parents are too friendly and buddy with the kids.
Well, see, that's because the parents have been brainwashed. People hate the word brainwash, but I call stuff what it is. It's brainwashing because it's what the culture, this American culture, is preaching to the parents. So now parents are learning all this soft parenting.
Can't even
And
whoop the kids no more.
right, yeah, if you listen to them, you can't. And here's the other thing. Women, here this is funny. Women, men should lift their woman up. But on
Most
the other,
definitely.
women should be lifting their man up. Now let me
Facts.
ask you, if you got somebody, if you run into somebody, right, and they bragging on themselves all the time, how you gonna look at them?
You're a self-centered person. All you think about is yourself.
Right. But we allow our women to run around and don't do nothing but brag on women. They
I
brag on
got
themselves.
this. I got this. I'm independent. I don't need a man for nothing. Yeah.
Well, see, that's a part of agenda, and y'all know what party pushes that agenda where women don't honor men anymore and don't
No
think that
more.
they need a man. They don't even think they need a
Especially a black
man to
man.
make a baby now.
Right,
You know,
right. That's
and they're
all right.
coming up all these ways. They're coming up with all these ways. A certain party, y'all know who they is, try to come, and y'all out here voting for them, and they come up with ways to be divisive when it comes to the nuclear family structure. Okay,
Women reproductive rights instead of abortion.
what
That's a word
about
salad.
uh, gender, same gender parenting?
Man, that's oh Lord.
Horrible.
Man.
That's horrible.
I'm what? I'm scared to say something about that whole little community because the minute you say something, it's a hate crime and you're going to jail and all this. And
Well, that's what I call a mafia. Then
That's what it is. LGBT mafia. That's what it is, bro.
that's what it is. It's a mafia. Facts. Cause man, you say something to them people, man, I promise you, it is boy, look at here. Everybody getting on you. Everybody.
Yeah. And
Even a lot of straight people. You say something about the transgenders and the LGBT, however you say anything about that community, many people ready to crucify you.
culture. The culture is doing that.
And it's crazy because I was in the liquor store the other night and there was a gay dude in there. You know what I'm saying? They don't nobody act like they ain't seen me. So I'm like, hey, bro, you gonna help me? Oh, don't call me no. I'm not a boy. And I'm like, what are you then? I ain't no man.
Well,
Bro, you can't be this insane and delusional, bro.
Right.
Oh, because I say I'm a lion and I get out here and act like a lion. Does that make me a lion?
Not at all.
All I know is that shit is confusing as hell.
It's
I don't even
confusing,
can't
bro.
keep up with it.
And they
And
pushing it on the children. That's what
right,
I don't like.
right,
Bro, that's what you choose to be. Hey, man, live your life. I'm not the one to judge you. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to answer to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the one to judge you. But, bro, all this putting it in like, I don't even like to watch TV no more. Really. You can't even watch a cartoon without them promoting it.
right, right.
It's like, bro, when you go to forcing it on the kids, that's when I have a problem with the gay community.
Right.
Like, bro, leave the kids out of it.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
there's no way there's no way a, a child that's that got older, you ask them, well, when did you know you was gay? And you sit here and tell me you knew you was gay at 3 years old. Man, miss me, man. You don't
Right.
even know the next time you finna eat. You don't even know if you finna pee on yourself or poop on yourself. But you know you gay at 3?
Yeah.
Man, come on, man.
Now, let me tell you the psychological game they play, right? Growing up, usually for those formative years where it's called formative because you're forming all your opinions and everything. When you're a little kid,
Mhm.
usually little boys like playing with little boys, and little girls like playing with little girls. And we enjoy being with other boys because we like the same stuff and we think alike. But then when you get around junior high, them hormones kick in, then you begin to
Puberty.
go, you start saying, all right, bro, I'm gonna go holler at such and so, this girl over him. Because that's the way it works. But what they do is they introduce it when kids are in elementary and in those formative years. Because now kids use deductive reasoning. They go, wait a minute, if gay, if if homosexuality means I like the same sex, I'd rather play with Juice than play with Shanta. I must be gay. So
Wow.
now they playing they
Wow.
playing with our baby's mental,
They
and we don't.
playing.
Yeah, because you rather play with the little boy anyway, because he's a little boy. Ain't got nothing to do with sexual agenda. But they telling them it's
It's
nothing
okay.
with you like boys because that just means that you're gay. No, that don't mean you gay. That just means you're normal. And you're gonna like playing with boys, but eventually you'll change from that.
You
And
gonna
like
change.
they playing with our kids, having drag queens, the Democrat Party had the drag queens at the schools. You know what? I got my bones here and there with Ron DeSantis, but you know something? He ain't allowed that mess to come up in Florida.
He ain't playing with it. I mean,
He
it's here. It's here, but it's not like it is in other
ain't
states.
the states, because like the private schools and stuff like that, they still kind of squeeze it in there and so forth, and people with their little agendas. That's just like remember Dr. Juice a few years back during the school board elections and stuff, and we had a bushwhacker trying to get in there and some other people, and they were pushing that agenda, and so they're here and they're trying, but we have to stay on our square and
We got
not
to.
uh,
And that's you know what? That's a psychological operation of chemical. That's chemical castration, bro. Psychological castration. And that's
yes,
population control. That's a
yes,
non-productive community civilization because you can go check. Brother Juice. They talk about this on Drop On. And historically, they got these people that come from this type of mentality and this behavior, homoerotic behavior, and they used to isolate them and put them on islands and stuff, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because
yep,
of the behavior, it's disruptive to a society. You know what I mean?
Wow.
It's disruptive to a society. You know what I'm saying? It's anti-society. You
Right.
feel me?
Yes.
And then we just got to speak about it. I mean, I got people in my family that's, they do, they do their thing, but they ain't all capping and trying to be with the mob. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You feel me?
Exactly. They
You
not
know,
trying to force it.
yeah,
Yeah.
because it's honestly,
Mm.
it's not my business what you do in your bedroom.
Exactly.
It sure ain't.
You can turn into a Tasmanian monkey in your bedroom if you want to. That ain't my business, you know? But don't push it. Now, don't say, hey Mark, guess what? I'm a Tasmanian monkey and think I'm supposed to be down with it. Because
No.
now
All,
Exactly.
also,
you're
too, they want to be, not all of them, but the mob, they want to be excluded or eliminated from persecution, punishment. I'm talking about for crimes because they commit a lot of crimes, and people hide up under that auspice of being, oh, I'm changing. Prime example, the Jenner dude. What did he do when he, just a couple years before he actually went full blown on to the Caitlyn girl? Well, he had a severe car accident in I think in California, somewhere in California, and unfortunately it killed someone. And then next thing you know, he went full on
Wow.
so-called, Caitlyn, and everybody just forgot about that. Then the mother will get that same got woman of the year. I said, whoa, this is a new, this is a new, this is a new way
Man,
for criminals to get away with crime too.
yeah,
Huh? To talk
yeah.
about it.
totally
Hmm?
agreed. They
We
give
got
men women of the year awards.
right.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
And everybody's supposed to agree with it and not say nothing. And that's what let me tell you.
And they honestly believe it's okay for trans to compete in sports. Like, so you
Right,
got men competing with women and women competing with like it. Come on, man.
right.
It's like this
And
delusion. See, I just call it. I call it. It's just now. It's just all a delusional fairy tale world that we just living in now.
right.
Everything is delusion.
That's what they trying to make us live in. And
Yeah,
it's up to us.
I,
And see, that's why they don't like Trump and they put so much negativity on him.
yeah. They hate Trump.
Because what they want a one world order. And
Now a
mhm.
state champion after a controversial finish at the California High School track and field finals.
Now, a protester has been
Man, that's
arrested
so
after an
wrong.
argument turned physical outside the CIF state championships Friday afternoon.
High school transgender athlete A.B. Hernandez once again dominated her female competition on Saturday at the California High School
Look at
Track
that,
and Field
man.
State Championship. She took on the gold in the girls' triple jump and high jump at the meet that was embroiled in controversy not only on the ground, but also in the sky.
Boy.
No boys and girls sports. This is flying over the CIF track championship.
A
that's sad.
poor boy.
Right.
But the
That's
sad thing
sad.
is, you got people I grew up with. They voted for this.
They voted for it.
Right.
I didn't
But
vote this year.
let me tell you what they'll do. They'll say, oh, no, I ain't down with gays and I ain't down with transgender, but I voted for Biden or Harris. Wait a
You
minute.
down with it?
What is your vote doing?
You down? It's helping. It's helping them approve of what you claiming you're not with.
Right. It's delusion.
Delusion, man. Delusion.
It just escapes me. And I guarantee you I have talked to 100 people that have said the same thing. I've been the only one, and it was like 5 brothers, and boy, they just got straight up hot with me. I say, let's stick to facts. Show me where Trump did this. Show me where Biden did this. No. Look, all right, here
They
you
rather
go.
argue.
Right, and they just arguing on feelings, and I'm showing, you know how I am. I'm showing them facts.
They want to ignore it.
Right. What do you call a racist, sir? Oh, a racist. And then they say something like, a racist is Trump.
Donald Trump.
Yeah. So tell
me.
What makes him a racist?
But they can't tell you what makes Trump
him
racist.
A racist.
Right. So, and then I say, okay. So you say it's okay. Biden grew up since he locked up hundreds of thousands of us. He grew up and he grew out of supporting Bull Connor and all the segregationists. He grew out of all that. But you
no, he did.
Wow. Wait, no. Trump somehow grew into it because Trump, we've been rapping about Trump since I was young. And Trump.
Yeah, favorite rapper done put Trump in your song.
Right. And he
Trump done took pictures with. It's one thing I heard Trump say that I say, man, listen, whether I like him or not, if I do vote, it was one reason why I said I would vote for Trump. I heard Trump say, black people, y'all been over here voting for the Democrat Party for the past 20, 30, 40 years, and ain't nothing changed for y'all. What can you possibly lose by voting for me?
Right.
I say, nah, I ain't into politics. I don't know too much about it, but I ain't the smartest man in the world, Craig. But that sound kind of damn smart to me. Like
somebody jumped on my page talking about, oh, that don't mean nothing. You can say the same thing about Hulk Hogan. See, you got a lot of beta males around here, and they got their panties in a bunch. They butthurt. And that's what it is.
Right.
Trust me, a real white supremacy. I study white supremacy. I study racism. A white supremacist does not care about a photo op. He's not trying. He literally hate your color for real. Okay?
For real.
Now, let me give you an example. What color kids was Biden rubbing on and stroking their hair and talking in their ear? How many times you saw him? How many times you saw him hug or treat a black child like he cared about her? But
I haven't seen it.
You tell me what the Don do. He don't give a hoot what color you is.
Trump, and that's what I say. Trump don't give a damn what color you is. Trump just gonna tell you how it is.
And like the one black woman, he got her out.
After attending Trump's inauguration, 6 rappers who attended Trump's inauguration, the last one no one guessed. Number 6, Snoop Dogg. He performed at the hip-hop ball before Trump's inauguration to celebrate his election victory. Although he had openly mocked Trump before, he later changed his stance and started praising him. Number 5, Nelly. This Grammy-winning artist is known for his hit song, Hot and Harry. He said performing for the President of the United States is an honor, no matter who is in office. He believes Trump won the presidency through strength and is the commander-in-chief of the greatest country in the world. Number 4, Village People. After attending Trump's inauguration,
and they go LGBT right now. They like Trump.
They said that although their performance didn't show support for Trump, they were celebrating the fact that America has a new president. Number 3, Lil Jon. This well-known rapper and producer took part in Trump's inauguration celebration. While he did not publicly show strong support for Trump, his performance still added some flair to the ceremony. Number 2, Travis Tritt. He is considered to have a good relationship with Trump. During the inauguration, he showed his support for Trump by participating in the celebrations. Number 1, T.I. This rapper appeared at Trump's inauguration-related events, even though his stance was clearly different from Trump's. 6 rappers who
in Springfield.
Resources.
So y'all get the picture.
Yeah. See, bro, shoot. Kanye was on Trump before all this. But see, remember, go back and listen to what Kanye was saying. Even though they playing with his mind and stuff. Remember when he first came out? Man, remember when he first came out? And then when he got tired of the people, everybody, all the celebrities, all his partner celebrities and stuff, kicked him to the curb because he put on the red hat, right? Then over office with Trump, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Building relations. They already had relations with this man, right? But remember when he told y'all that when he went on, might have been when he went on his media run before he went to the Drink Champ stuff. He told y'all that the left this mafia. The Democratic mafia came to the celebrities and his buddies and told them that they had the agenda, that they had to go against Trump, publicly go against Trump, and he declined it. And that they went after him. The leftist mafia went after him.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
That's when it happened.
He also
It happened.
was instrumental in getting ASAP Rocky out. When ASAP Rocky got in that trouble in was it Sweden somewhere, he was over there.
Sure did. He got ASAP Rocky out of Sweden. He sure did.
Right. That's a fact. You know what I mean? Some stuff that happened with the ball brothers over there in China. I mean, you know, Trump, you know, when the boy went over there in China and stealing jewelry over there in China somewhere. Remember that?
Then you had the girl Brittany Griner over there in Russia.
Yeah, but that was Biden.
Yeah, that
was on the bottom. That was on the bottom, right? You're right.
That was Biden. Well, look how long it took. That girl had been locked up for about damn a year.
Yeah,
right. Hell yeah.
That's because Biden ain't got no pull.
Trump wouldn't have allowed that.
Right.
No, y'all got a U.S. citizen over there. Oh no. And she a star. Oh no, go get her right now.
Hey, but see, right now, y'all pulling on Trump nutsack too much. Right now, you got a lot of beta males right now mad with y'all right now, and they gonna be like feeling some kind of way. Oh, that nigga boy, Trump's boy, and they around here broke as a motherfucker.
They can say what they want to say. I don't agree with everything he say, but man, right is right, wrong is wrong.
Exactly, and that's where I'm at.
And when you right, I don't care if you're white, brown, purple, blue, yellow, orange. When you're right, boy, you're right. And I'm standing for what's right.
I respect Trump because he brought manhood back. He brought being proud to be a man back. That's why I fucks with him.
Yeah.
Right. And that's why another people too. Any straight people, heterosexual people that like you got with somebody that value your children and they're developing and stuff, you can't say nothing but tip your hat. Whether you voted for them, you dislike them, don't agree with everything, you got to tip your hat and say, "Damn, whew, we kind of dodged that one because they was on our, they was really pushing us to the edge." You know what I'm saying? As fathers, I'm a father, bro. I'm a father.
Exactly.
I got a daughter and son. Thank God they graduated, 23 and 19. But you know.
And my child got to grow up. And my child got to grow up in this because my son ain't number 8.
Right.
Oh, God.
And here's the other thing. What else is Trump pushing that they weren't pushing? GD. God.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Boy, hey now.
That's a touchy subject.
Hey, nah.
And on the networks, they will cancel your butt. They would have if you got talking about Jesus or God or anything like that.
Facts.
And so
that's how I want to understand how our people, Democrats and Christians, and you sat here and went for an abortion agenda. You went for all the abominations.
Everything God said.
That the scriptures say that you don't supposed to go for. I had one nigga told me, "Oh, you people got free will." I was like, "Okay." And the scripture also say, "Don't take and add to the scripture."
Right.
And that's what he did.
Yeah. People got free will. But God.
How you gonna draw people? How you gonna keep people under the bloodstained banner of the Most High, and you sitting up here turning a blind eye to all types of abominations?
They turning it. Mm-hmm.
How you gonna draw the young people into the ministry?
You can't.
Selfishness, man.
You said, there you go. That's the
selfishness. What does the scripture say? The love of money is the root of all evil. Money. Jonay Monet is the money guy. Jonay Monet. Now, who got a name named Jonay Monet? Uh-oh. 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 Jonay Monet is the money guy.
It's sad, man.
But yeah, man.
You know what?
Who was
Charlie Kirk?
Who was Charlie Kirk? We got to keep
asking
that
question. About this guy, man. I'm just not hearing about this guy. I don't know about him.
They just seen, like you say, they just seen one or two things, two little clips of him for 2 days. They see him get shot, and all of a sudden, everybody got an opinion, but don't even know this man and
Ain't
what he's
nobody
speaking and
told me who
standing
Charlie
for.
Kirk is.
I can't really, like I say, by the time I got on to him, it was later. Like I said, I just got on to him 3 to 4 weeks ago. It ain't about a month ago, just from scrolling through Facebook and TikTok and just watching his video late night and listening to him and like, man, hold up.
So let me get some feedback, bro, Diddley. What was your first assessment of Charlie Kirk when you heard him?
Let me see. It was a video what he was speaking of. It was somebody the DEI. I don't too much know much about it. The DEI, I don't know too much about that. But the more I went to listening to him, trying to understand it, it's basically, if I'm not mistaken, if I heard it right, it's basically like equal opportunity in employment field and stuff like that, somewhere in that nature.
Gotcha.
And he
I know what
basically
you're
was
talking about.
like, and they were trying to say like he white privilege and black people ain't got this and white. So he asked him, he was like, what is it that white people can do in America that black people can't do? When he said that, I sat back, I'm like, at first I'm like, man, this dude here tripping. But as he go to breaking it down, like seriously, what is it that white people can do in America that black people can do? Nobody had an answer for it. Nobody had an answer to what can white people do in America that black people
But
can't do.
I can answer that now.
I can answer it too.
One thing that
Okay.
they can do, and so this is what I was saying about trying to identify and categorize all of us as one big black
That's one.
Negro.
Okay.
When you start delineating and saying, hey, I'm foundational American, indigenous American, and what I can do versus what other people can do, I get what he's saying. Other people are getting all these opportunities over me. No, even though I'm voting my ass off, and the Democrats, I've been loyal to the Democrats for 20, 30 years now, voting. And I can't name one thing that voting Democrat has helped me with. So he's saying that you got a culture of blacks that are being able to be elevated economically, opportunity-wise, etc., just because they are what you call people of color, black and brown. And so it's discrimination is what it is in the workforce. They're being elevated and given all these extra opportunities that you got to claw and you got to fight for, and you can't even say like, "Hey, man, I built this joint." They don't care nothing about that, bro.
They don't.
I tell you what, go to Canada right now, go across the border. Then when you come back, try to sneak in and see what the fuck happened to you.
Oh, bro.
Hey, this right here gonna happen.
Here's the other thing.
How can they decriminalize illegal people coming across the border?
Right. And then here's the other thing. On that same vein, our eyes should have opened up when illegals was able to get umpteen food stamps, get housing assistance, get all this stuff, and we here and we can't get it.
Can't get it.
See, that's
Prime
something.
example: the Venezuelans in Chicago.
Yes. I mean,
Bro.
and they're doing it all over.
All over.
New York. They almost bankrupt New York. Connecticut. They did the same. All these sanctuary states, it happened. And they knew where to go. Why? Because they was being told where to go. So we really got to keep our eyes open and realize what's going on. And it goes down to this. Facts. It goes down to real simple facts. We got to keep our eyes on the facts, and we got to stop going with all the feelings.
Feelings and emotions. We got to cut that.
Because, like remember when I said he was like, Charlie Kirk was like Candace Owens with a white man
With a
slang.
accent, slang, stuff like that. Yeah, I remember that.
Because the way he worded that, what kind of black man and a white man not do, however you phrased it, right?
Yeah.
Name one thing that a black man can't do that a white man can do. Well, see, they can do that, and we can't explain it. That's almost like you saying, that man right there, he's discriminating against me. Well, they changed the rules in court. Excuse me. In court, so it's harder for you to prove discrimination.
It's harder for you to prove it now.
Right. So that's where he's putting you with that question, because we can't really explain it. Why? Because of the system.
The system
of discrimination. The system of racism. See, the system makes it to where when they see Shaniqua on their application, they're going to throw it out.
Garbage can.
And guess what they've even done? Here's what's jacked up. They have trained us to throw them out. So black folk are about the only group of people that won't hire their own.
They won't hire their own.
We'll be like, I gotta hire the most qualified. And
the most qualified.
I ain't gonna be putting up with no Shaniqua and the way she carrying. What? Now, if that was Lupe doing the hiring, and she see Rosa or she see LaQuanda, she gonna grab Rosa's application. I don't care if LaQuanda got a college degree.
Don't care.
And that's where we should be. But we've been trained by Massa to carry on his discriminational tactics throughout the
against
system.
our own,
Against our own.
We taught each other how to be slaves, man. This is we taught our own how to be. But they got the documentary out where how teaching how to sell to a Negro, and the one where they teaching the young boys that they a black man. You know what I'm saying? We train our children. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, these this black and white checkerboard. You cannot have white supremacy without black supremacy. What I mean by that? You cannot have white supremacy in the system without black supremacy.
Without black people.
So you got the ones that claim to be black. That's going to what? They want to be the head niggas in charge to keep the niggas in charge. To uphold that system of supreme so-called whiteness. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And
we can prove this with the nigga with the FBI, and we can go back farther than that. J. Edgar Hoover. We can prove that with all his works. Huh? COINTELPRO. We can prove that.
COINTELPRO.
There you go. It's just one of the latest society tools they use. You know what I'm saying? Psychological operations. You know what I'm saying? They did a bang up job on us, bro. And it's the League of the Nations that came against us indigenous American people, bro. I think people don't think about this skin because it's all skin came against the indigenous people in America, bro. All nations around the world came against us.
And something else. It's that I might up here and say that we are not the minority in the United States.
No.
That's the Jedi mind trick. Now, let's just use.
I believe they is.
Of course they are.
I believe they are.
Right. But look,
they are.
Let's just use common sense. Where the black folk vote, that's the person that wins. If we
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
13%, think about it.
That's why
13%.
Trump kept going for the black vote.
Yes,
He didn't care
13%.
about no other race. He didn't even care about his own race. I need the black vote.
If you were
That
only
makes
13%
sense.
of the pie, they wouldn't
Mhm.
care nothing about how you voted. But they done separated us and divided us with all these terms and whatnot. Now, you may hang around in the black neighborhood. You may chill with blacks. You might look black,
But you're
but
not.
paperwork, you say you Jamaican,
You
or
say
you
you
this,
Jamaican, Haitian.
or you that, or this. But when it come down to voting time, because you're in a black neighborhood, you're black. So, and then you got so many of us that don't even participate. Man, we are not the minority that they push down our throat. If we was the minority, why they keep telling us that? You tell a lie, hard to
You
believe.
tell a lie so long, like you said earlier, you tell a lie so long, you go to believe in your own lie.
You gonna believe your own lie. Then watch this, brothers. Watch this. I'm gonna prove what you just said. What the brother just said about that. Right? I put a link in the chat from my phone about the low fertility rates that's in Europe. It's like 1 point. They have like 1.2. They got a low fertility rate in Europe, in a lot of those European nations. So why is immigration so important to the United States of America?
Well, one thing that
Huh?
white people have always done, they have always immersed us into their gene pool. That's why
Mm-hmm.
they have moments where they push mixed race. You know, Maryland Eastern Shore, that was known to be an area where they mixed black and white. That's why you see so many light-skinned and red-bone people.
Mm-hmm.
And like now, what are they doing? They pushing the swirl. They pushing the swirl
Mm-hmm.
because when they start getting when they fertility rates go, when their population rates go down, then they got to mix us into their gene pool so then they can get that melanin and that strength, and then they can come back up.
Come back
Right.
up.
And
Exactly.
then that give them some more years to figure something else out. And then also more years for them to dwindle us down. Because as long as we run into the abortion clinic, we killing millions every year.
Ooh, it is
Imagine all them
a
soldiers
lot.
and all them strong people that we done killed with abortion if they was on the street. But see, they convince us you can't have a baby if you don't have money. You can't have a baby
Money.
if you don't
You
do this.
can't do this.
Right. So now you're thinking,
Grandma
dang,
them did that they whole life with a little or nothing.
yes,
Raised
yes.
10, 12, 15 on with
And what
scraps that was given.
it'll make you tighten up your belt. It'll make you tighten up your bootstraps, and
Put
it'll
them
make
big boy
you go,
drawers on.
yes, and go
Yeah.
hard because you got to provide. But
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 now
now we're married. Our young ladies are married to the government.
the government.
Ooh.
Marrying men, they marrying the government
Ooh. Ooh.
because they turn it
State
into a
sanctioned marriages, bro. Hey, Doc, not to cut you, bro. Can you pull up the receipts of when they started the state sanctioned marriages? 'Cause they go into what you're saying, bro.
okay,
If you get, you know what I'm saying? Because like you said, we were
right,
marrying high. Why?
right. So you know we
What that is, bro, Shaq? What that was?
Can you bring up the first when they first started to state sanctioned marriages in the United States of America? Like when we can Google it and see what
Oh,
the date they started that. Because in today's time, a lot of men don't want to get married, a lot of women don't want to get married. A lot of men, because I'm talking to them, is because of, like you just said, brother, the state. You're not marrying your woman, you're marrying the state. And she
yeah.
know that. She know that the state
It's
is
a
Big Daddy.
contract. It's a
There you
contract now.
exactly. It's a contract
It's
agreement.
a contract.
It's a
That
business
and they
agreement
It's a
uh
business. There you go. It's a business
it's a business.
contract.
because
Right.
you're a corporation and she's a corporation,
Mm-hmm.
And two
Yeah.
corporations are
You
merging.
need a license.
That's right. And so now you have to license those two corporations together so you can move forward. Should have been right around. Let's see if I'm right. Let's see.
But be marriage before formal license. No. State
Don't put
issue.
I don't see a date in there. Early state implementation. Let's see if it's that. 17th century. Oh, look at that. 1776 when they took over.
17.
In all states or in one area?
Massachusetts was among the first to require marriage in 1639. Other colonial areas, Connecticut, Delaware. Yep.
Colonial, 13 colony areas. That
At
sound right.
13 colonies.
Yep.
Because like you said, it's a contract, like you said, with the government.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of marriages, we got a brother that be popping in on the show sometime, bro. Red, they call him HP Hot Boy. Red say they need in marriages they should mandate testing of any children born in marriages.
Yeah, it should be DNA.
Exactly.
DNA testing.
Exactly. They should. I think Trump might have mentioned that too sometime once in the past. Something about that.
I thought he did. Yeah.
Boy, if they bring that out, boy, so it'll be a lot of buzz heads around this.
It's a bit what you say, boy. Look at here.
Somebody be getting their head bust over.
But they trying to pass a bill or act or something. The bill of was it the prenatal like child support, bro? Like they were no conception. Child support doing conception like post dated back to conception date. Like
so from the time the baby consumed, that's when child support start.
They trying to push the conception date.
And that's crazy. That's crazy considering.
Boy, that's to bring the black man down even more.
No, we will have to go to. We need to start taking them to court because how is it
we do
kill this baby then? Without me saying something, you definitely can't have an abortion then without the man saying something.
Right.
And what's so crazy? The man don't even have a say so in this.
Right, and we the ones that
If
create
the man
the
say he want the baby, the woman still get to say my body, my choice. Oh, she dead right. She dead right. But if the man say he don't want the baby, but she do, the man wrong.
And my sperm created the baby. You incubated
But I carried it for 9 months, so I got all to say so. That's crazy.
Somebody got to speak for the baby. And if
Nobody want to speak for the baby.
Wow.
Then let the baby make it.
And I kind of feel like that's what Charlie Kirk was saying in the sense when he was speaking about abortion. Like, what about baby rights? Just because I'm an adult and I'm 34, okay, Bo Diddley got rights. But if Bo Diddley gonna have a baby over here with this girl, you mean to tell me this child don't have the same rights I do because it's a child? What about human rights?
And you can't determine when you want to use the law about when that baby is conceived. That baby is either conceived at the time the sperm cells go into the egg, or that baby is not a baby, like what the abortion people like to say, unless that baby can get out the womb and start walking. So we got to figure out what you want to call, when you want to call it a baby, and then we got to stick to it.
That is a baby from the time that sperm meets that egg.
Right, because when it get a heartbeat,
once it get a heartbeat, that's life.
There you go.
That's right.
That's
There you go.
life. That baby eats off its mother. That baby here.
To back up your point of
I haven't
It's
used it once.
just
She brought up
inside
religion. I'm
of
happy
the
to use a
stomach,
non-religious
in
line
the
of questioning.
womb,
We all
so
agree
they
murder is
feel
wrong.
like, oh,
We all agree that
it's
it's a
not a
human Homo
baby.
sapien.
do you agree that the death penalty is wrong?
Well, no, I'm actually in support of the death penalty
Okay.
because people do
Okay.
something that justifies that, but that's a separate issue because the baby in utero did not
So
go.
what about the people who could possibly be proved innocent who have been awaiting their their death sentence?
Fair enough. That's a good argument, but it's separate, right? So there's been about 31 exonerations of post-femilist people that have been exonerated of the death penalty. We're talking about a baby that did nothing wrong except exist.
Okay.
In utero, and there's about 1.5 million of them that just get discarded every year. So we agree murder is wrong. We agree it's a Homo sapien, meaning it's a human being. Therefore, murder is the forcible termination of a Homo sapien. Therefore, shouldn't abortion be wrong and illegal?
I still feel like it really okay. For example,
See,
But to
finish.
prove to me why,
Bill.
use an
Finish.
ABC logical equation, right? So tell me under what standard, therefore, very simple, right? You're in college, you guys do this all the time, right? I hope so. So use an ABC, right? Aristotelian logic, whatever you want to use. Use an ABC sequence for me. Not
my
I feel.
reasoning why I believe that abortion should be legal is because of instances like rape and incest. But I already know that your belief on that because
Oh,
you
this the
already
Kirk
stated that
dude?
if your daughter were to be raped
Yeah,
at 10
that's
years old,
him.
you would make her give
Well,
birth
the
to a
baby would be
I
delivered, and let me tell
see
you
them
why.
little
And so
ads and
first of all,
commercials
let
and
me
stuff
clarify the
like
comment
on
here. If I
YouTube.
say
I didn't know that was
I'm
him.
telling
rape
you.
and incest
That's how
abortions
I
legal,
got a
but get
hold
rid
to
of all
him,
the other
huh?
abortions, would you agree with that?
Okay.
Can you repeat that? I'm so sorry.
If I say that we will allow abortions to continue for rape and incest life of the mother, but all other abortions should be illegal, which is 99.4% of the time, can we make those 99% of abortions illegal?
I just don't understand how you can use religion to back up
See
your
what I'm
point of.
I haven't
saying?
used it once. She brought up religion. I'm happy to use a non-religious line of questioning. We all agree murder is wrong.
Okay.
We all agree that it's a human Homo sapien.
Do you agree that the death penalty is wrong?
Well, no, I'm actually in support of the death penalty because
Okay.
people do
Okay.
something that justifies that, but that's a separate issue because the baby in utero did not
So
go.
what about the people who could possibly be proved innocent who have been awaiting their their death sentence?
Fair enough. That's a good art.
Do you think there's ever been a woman who has procured an abortion that had totally informed consent and still went through with the decision?
Of course, yes.
Okay.
But
do you think that that woman who has informed consent?
That's way too hypothetical.
Do
And the
you
answer
think-
is no, because how could you find them? How could you investigate them?
Because
I know
it happens every single day.
I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to paint me on the extreme of punishing women for abortions, and I'm going to remain holding fast that I think women are the victims in the abortion industry. They get lied to by Planned Parenthood. They get lied by the abortionists.
But
Same
you
thing.
deny that
But
there's any women that have informed
no, I
consent
didn't-
in
I
this
didn't- no, I
decision.
didn't
You
say that.
believe that
I
the
said,
vast
of course,
majority of
there are.
people
I
that
said-
get
hold on.
abortions are deluded into getting them.
I said, of course there are, nor should the law or the policy be focused towards women. So if to answer your question, first of all, I think it would be so unrealistic, and I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to play into a narrative that really doesn't exist too much, that Republicans want to like punish women for having
They do.
abortions. Hold on a second. I don't like that argument. I don't, because from 12 years old, from the first sexual education young girls have in this country is they look at abortion as normal, as fine, and so they've been indoctrinated. That's why I continue to believe that they are victims of a bigger scheme, and they should not be punished or held accountable. Instead, you go after the industry itself that knows better.
Do you think there's ever been a woman who?
If you're
no,
are
you
you
can't. I
uncomfortable?
talk about it.
So have you had a child since? Can you talk about your story, please?
No, so when I was 23, I got pregnant, wasn't planned, and I decided I was going to do the right thing, came from a Christian family, abortion was always off the table. At 18 weeks, I found out that my amniotic sac tore and attached to my baby's spine. It was pulling her spine out and filling her brain with fluid, and the doctor said, there's no other option, this is what we have to do. So I did induce labor and I gave birth. That was the grounds. I said, I'm not doing this unless. So I wanted to hold her. I wanted to, yeah. So afterwards, when I started getting bills, the doctor said, well, your life wasn't actually at risk of death in that moment. It could have been eventually, but it wasn't then. And so the pain that abortion caused me, I stayed in an abusive relationship for a year. I allowed a man to beat me because I felt so little about myself. I drank, I used drugs.
That wasn't abortion. That, abortions aren't induced pregnancies. What is she talking
Yeah, I'm cool.
about?
I'm confused. I thought I was tripping, bro. Hold on. Go back.
I'm telling you.
Go back.
I'm telling you.
Look, let me tell you what's scary. See, this is the delusion. Life is about choices. If you choose to grind on something that happens to you mentally to a point to where you want to stay, so you mean to tell me because this happened to me, I'm going to let somebody beat my head every day? You mean
And
to
I'm going
tell
to feel less of a person.
because something happened to me, I'm going to start drinking like crazy? See, all of that is your choices. And that's what we try to escape nowadays. Some people make bad choices, and we all make bad choices at some time in our life. But we have to understand, with a bad choice come consequences. But you can't put that on the baby.
On the baby. You can't put it on the baby.
That's not abortion. Your baby had an issue and you had to get your pregnancy induced. That's not abortion. They did not.
Who is Charlie Kirk?
Charlie Kirk.
Why is Charlie Kirk going viral right now in our community?
Because of misinformation. He is a
misinformation.
great, good, Trump-loving white boy. But bro,
and that's all it took.
Here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to land my plane on this one. We have to stop always looking for the negative. And I mean, as a people, we've been trained to this garbage. We got to stop looking at the report card that have 5 A's and 1 F, and we focus on that F and blast our kids for that 1 F.
Instead of trying to improve in that one section.
Right, because he had 5 A's and 1 F. Now,
we don't care about that 1 F.
Yeah, and we take that into adulthood. We take that into our relationships. Our relationship, our man or our woman can be a perfect mate and make a mistake. Oh, you got to go. Man, no, you don't have to go, because you stay up with the kids at night, you do this, you do that, you got 9 checks and you got one bad mark and you didn't get checked and you got to go. See, we got to stop doing that. And just like with Charlie Kirk, like I said earlier, Charlie Kirk, we got to learn how to look at stuff and find the A's, because we got to see what in Charlie Kirk we should be like or we should emulate. This young man was 21 years old when he went into politics and trying to support the Republican Party and get this abortion stuff off and all that. And he died at 31. 31. Dilly, he younger than you.
He's younger than me.
Bro. So what if just 10% of our young men was doing that vibrant and that? What if we had that? Brother Juice, you said, give me 300 gooders. What if we had 300 gooders, youngins, doing that? What kind of change would that?
Oh, man. A change that America would be scared of.
Exactly.
That'd be a change America would be scared of and not ready
see, that's
for.
what they scared of, because that dude Charlie Kirk had done tapped in with a younger generation.
That's what it was.
Unheard of. That's been unheard of.
And he got Trump backing him 1,000%.
And I think that's what, at the end of the day, that's what everybody butthurt about, that been in and out of my damn inboxes and in and out of my chats. Yeah.
They told me I was a coon.
Exactly.
Here's the key.
They don't even know what a coon is.
Trump didn't back him at first. He earned
Trump respect.
He earned his respect. Because he
you know what, bro?
Son, he's a tall dude. And he came to Trump's son saying what he wanted to do at 21. And they was like, yeah, young man. And then he showed it. He did it. He lived it. And he increased, and he was a large, he got that voting block for Trump. So we gotta get something good from that and realize, if you can earn, almost like what Dilly talking about, you earn an OG respect and go in for him. Be ready to die in the paint, which that's what he done.
That's what he did.
And he died for what he believed in.
Exactly. And that's, listen, don't. If we had the type of patriotism that some of
And he
these
was a
white
God,
folk got,
and he was a God-fearing man too.
there you go. But you know that don't matter no more.
They don't.
The Democrats made black people just disassociate themselves with the laws of God. So I don't even want to hear nothing about you trying to get me to do this and you trying to get my children to come to your ministry. None of that. My grandkids or nothing. You can't say nothing because you didn't stand on business. You didn't stand on God business. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I don't want to hear none of that.
You can get me to do a lot of things, you know, but you ain't gonna get me. You ain't gonna get me to go against God.
Oh,
you ain't gonna get me to go against my Creator.
No.
You
That ain't
can't
happening.
blame Trump for you and God not having a relationship. You can't do that.
That's not his fault.
Right.
Can't do that.
So
That's your fault.
That's your fault.
You don't have a relationship with God.
You can't project on me because you feeling inadequate. No.
And bro, Mark, we got to tell you, man. I forgot to salute. Thank you for your service, sir. We got a military veteran right here.
Thank you for your service.
And you are the true American. And we're gonna ride it out like this here on Jacko. Salute, fellas.
Yes, sir.
I'll lay me down for you. Call my name. I am your friend. See, why do they keep teaching us such hate and cruelty? We should give over and over again. We should give over and over again.
Salute to all the 911 victims. Salute to all the first responders. And salute to all our police and military personnel. Oh yeah, we forgot to tell you about Michael Jackson. Remember they were trying to talking about Mike was a pedophile and all that. Trump was the first one to come out.
Just come to his defense.
And come into Jacko's defense. And he put money up. Oh, and don't forget about what's my little honey from Chicago when all her people got killed. Hudson, Jennifer Hudson.
Yeah. I forgot all about that.
He put her up in Trump Plaza. He brought the whole family up, paid for the funerals and everything of her loved ones. A white supremacist racist don't do that.
Don't they
What was that, bro?
They not supporting black people at all. Not no true white supremacy.
Correct.
Exactly.
They don't study. They don't research. A cat called me today talking about, oh, did you see the shooting that happened? Somebody's school, Greenfield or something. I said, well, send me the article. He was like, oh, I said, well, send me the article. Send me the article that you read. Guess what he told me? Well, you might have heard something different than what I heard.
Boy,
I ain't heard nothing. This is my first time hearing it from you. So, but did you read it or did you hear it?
He's going on what somebody done told him.
There you go. I say, you know what, bro? Never mind. Don't send that to me. Look how they clown Mike, man. They made Mike show his genitalia. They literally did the perp walk with Michael Jackson, and they clown my dude, man. And y'all, all right, man. I'm done.
They did it.
I'm done. Hey, listen, man. Salute to y'all fellas, man. Appreciate y'all for joining us here at Urban Matters. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure you hit the share button. Hey, Bo Diddley, I got you locked in, bro.
Yes, sir.
You into the algorithm,
anytime, man. I appreciate y'all.
I love
man.
y'all young homie line. Yeah. Salute, bro. Salute to you, bro.
We just got to get our young man.
Yes, sir. Salute to all you big brothers, man.
Look how this young man right here fixing his dinner for his family. That's what I'm talking about. Survival skills.
Oh yeah. I left it alone. Man. Hey man,
Mm-hmm.
the streets over with, man. It was never it. It was never it. Hey
You,
man, I
hey,
got
but you got a lot
kids.
of our people want to belong to the streets.
I
They
don't know
literally
what for.
they pushing that ratchet behavior on our people, and y'all already know what part they pushing at.
In
Hey,
the black community.
we gonna talk about that Essence Fest, y'all. They canceled the Essence Fest. They canceled
No, they
BET Hip
canceled the
Hop.
Essence Fest.
They canceled hip hop. BET canceled
Oh, you heard that,
BT,
baby?
yeah.
the hip hop
They
award.
canceled the Essence Festival in New Orleans. You know, we went there whatever 2, 3 years ago.
Yeah,
Oh man,
because
black.
they let some immigrants come in, some black immigrants, and they spent the
They,
whole thing, and they tried to have a jollof rice compared to jambalaya, and it was awful.
oh man, so this must have happened either this year or last year. 'Cause
It
I
happened
missed
this
like
year.
this year. Okay, I missed like the last two.
Yeah,
Oh man. Oh man, my
yeah.
girl went there for the first time, and man, we had a ball, man.
You ain't heard about none of that stuff, bro?
No, listen, man, my girl was talking about going because Essence Festival is the week of her birthday from like end of June, like June 29th to 30th, the first. It's around that time with 4th of July and all that. See, me and
Well,
my girl ended up going because we was going to Vegas, but they messed our flight up and sent our money back. So we're
yeah.
like, what we gonna do? I'm in Panama, uh, New Orleans, 5 hours away. I'm like, well, instead of going back home to Port Canaveral, that's the same thing. Might as well go to New Orleans. We never
Yeah,
been.
y'all right there
And
for sure.
and just so happened when we get there, we wonder why everything's so high. When we get there, we realize what was going on. See, I was there the year Lauren Hill was there.
This Glorilla right here, she said they were fucking up the music and everything, man. The shit was awful, they said.
Oh man. Well, babe, no Essence Festival for your next birthday.
Y'all, I came across too many videos yesterday about the Essence Fest supposedly now being too Africanized.
Oh, there you go.
Before I get out of here, y'all know this is a classic. I ain't leaving and y'all ain't gonna sing it with me, so we gotta break this down, okay?
President General, President General, President General, Ogala Mokawasuke.
Black Americans have a completely legitimate reason for being upset with Essence Festival. We have a completely legitimate reason for being upset with our culture being removed from a festival that was supposed to be for our culture. We don't have people trying to add their culture. We have Africans and Caribbeans trying to overshadow and remove our culture and center themselves. Right here, they're talking about how they want to make Nigeria the focal country because of its culture and all of this. Not representing everybody equally, hyper-focusing on them and making them the center. And the problem is we can't have an honest conversation because when we call this out, you guys are saying foundational Black Americans are being xenophobic or starting a diaspora war, even though you know that's not true, because if we did this, if we took our flags to you guys' things, you guys wouldn't have an issue with it. So you know what you're doing is wrong. Black Americans have a completely legitimate reason for being upset with Essence Festival. We have a completely legitimate reason for being upset with our culture being removed from a festival that was supposed to be for our culture. We don't
For
have
us.
people trying to add their culture. We have Africans and Caribbeans trying to overshadow and remove our culture and center themselves. Right here, they're talking about how they want to make Nigeria the focal country because of its culture and all of this. Not representing everybody equally, hyper-focusing on them and making them the center. And the problem is we can't have an honest conversation because when we call this out, you guys are saying foundational Black Americans are being xenophobic.
All right, y'all. I am at the New Orleans Convention Center, and it is.
Bro, I went to that shit about 5 years ago. All that shit was so packed. You couldn't even walk through this convention center right here.
Yeah. I was
You could.
just there. Oh, man, you couldn't
I don't
get
know what
around
to
New
say.
Orleans. Period.
Correct. Shit was swole.
Tell me.
Bro, I never seen
Y'all
so
said the
many
people
black
was
people in my life
outside.
in one
Baby,
spot
it
like
is
that.
empty.
Correct. She said that shit empty. Y'all talking about people outside.
In
Oh
response to
man.
Essence Festival, all I got to say is that's what y'all get for selling it. Too many times we have our own things, create our own spaces only for us to sell it out to the highest bidder. I don't care that they have African jollof and jambalaya. In response to
If you attended the last Essence Festival and you were one of the many people who felt that the vibe was off, well, I did a deep dive so you don't have to, that may explain why that is. But let me start at the very beginning. Essence Magazine was founded by Edward Lewis, Clarence O. Thomas, Cecil.
All right, y'all, we tapping out. Salute. Y'all get the picture. Urban Matters BMG. Make sure y'all hit that share and like button. Man, we in the building and we standing on business.